Okay, good morning everybody. It is Saturday the 12th of November 2022. I'm over in Stanley Park to do my weekend video of the Anfield Road Stand developments. As you know by now, or should know if you don't, my weekend ones are where I do a voiceover addressing some questions and comments that have been put to me during my midweek video where I've done the fly around. I've got quite a few comments and questions today. I've probably got too many when I've just been looking at it and thinking about it then. But anyway, I'll cover as much as I can, and for that reason exactly, I'm going to keep this intro really quick. Liverpool, all the cones are already out. No parking cones because Liverpool play Southampton today at 3 p.m. And this will be Liverpool's last game before the break for the World Cup. But remember, they are not taking that roof off as far as we're aware during the World Cup break. So anyway, let's get up in the air and start addressing these questions and comments. This is the weekend video of the Anfield Road Stand progress on the 12th of November 2022. Let's get up there. Okay guys, so we'll get straight up in the air, get it nice in view, get up to about 50 meters or so, and get up behind the stand to start on these questions. It's lovely and bright today. It's a bit windy though. I always say this though, if you watch regularly you'll know that I always say it's always windy in Stanley Park, and yeah, I'm getting a strong wind born in there already. Just going to angle it down so we can get a bit of a better picture. Get closer. I don't think there's going to be any work going on here today at all because they've got a match at 3, so it should be nice and quiet. Right, okay, let's get, sorry, I always like to start, give myself a nice centre starting point behind the stand. Yeah, the drone is struggling to get round there. It's because of the wind. I hope that's not going to be too annoying during this video because we've got a lot to cover. Roof's looking good the way they're putting that on, isn't it? Okay, that'll do us right there. Right, let's go. Where are we? First one I have is from Blobby Blobster. Do you know what? I don't even take these names into account when I look at these. Anyway, Blobby Blobster. That's one of the best names I've had yet. It would be interesting to see if they extend the pitch towards the Anfield Road and then have the halfway line in the middle of the tunnel. Look at 3 minutes 24. Okay, so here's a couple of shots of 3 minutes 24 on my last video that he's referred to, and you'll see if you just look at the line, the centre line, it's not exactly in line with the middle. And I think I've noticed I've had a few comments about this in the past about that centre line. Let's go back to the question. So Kay has put, why would they? The bottom stand has not moved, and Wicked Juice put, zero reason to do that. Anfield will never get to host a final. Wembley will always get preference. Then you're left with a couple of World Cup or Euros group games every 30 to 40 years, just not worth it. Yet somehow Anfield's pitch and facilities are good enough to host Champions League semi-finals every other year. And Steve put, why would they even do that? So Blobby's replied, it's 13 inches too small to qualify for the UEFA approved list. Also, it would be more symmetrical. I'm not saying they should, I'm just curious to see if they will. Okay, Blobby, so we've had a look at those pictures. Let's see if we can also get round this side to have a look. I don't want to use too much battery though. Battery's already flying down. It's not ideal at all. Okay, no, I'm not going to go around there. Sorry, Blobby. If I get round there during this video again at all, then we'll have a look. I showed the pictures, and yeah, it's not exactly symmetrical. Why I can't get round there, by the way, guys, is because the wind's blowing against me when I try and move round behind that Kenny Dalglish stand. and I've got quite a lot to cover, so yeah, I've gone. Let's go back this way. Let's have a look. Anyway, we know it's not symmetrical, and do you know what, Blobby? So to answer, just to address the question, I don't think they are. I don't think there's any plans to. It seems to bother a few people that it's not exactly in line, but yeah, I don't think they are. I've heard nothing about that anyway. So yeah, we'll see, I suppose. But I don't think they've got any plans to change the pitch at all. Okay, let's move on to Tony, mate. These videos are great, and I look forward to seeing them every week. Do you have any evidence or confirmation of the brickwork starting? Okay, so the evidence, Tony, whilst I'm here, I might see if I can get any closer ground shots, and if I have managed to, you'll be seeing them right about now. Let me get close up. Do you know what? I have got some shots that I will share with you. They have started the brickwork at the bottom of these columns here. There, you see them there, Tony? You can just about see them at the bottom of that's the corner closest to the Kenny Dalglish end, and they have started them. And here's a couple of shots there that I've also got. So yeah, there's the evidence, Tony. They've definitely started the brickwork, so I think that'll be coming on. That looks like when you come across this, they haven't started this end yet, but this end does seem to be slightly behind the other end, and I think that's because the crane, they started that big huge crane in there, didn't they, which has moved over to this side now. It's there. So yeah, I think that's why it's behind. But yeah, the brickwork has started at the bottom of those columns, 100%. Let's move on. Safir Rahman. Hey Mr. Drone, amazing work as usual. It seems like they have started connecting the front span. I'm sure it seemed like there was a couple of steelworks connected there. If you get a moment over the weekend, just double check. I am not seeing things. Okay, Safir, you're right. Let's go high, let's go closer. I noticed this on my video, Safir, and that's why straight away I knew you were right. That front span there, exactly what you say. They have started connecting them together. Safir, you were not seeing things. They've started connecting them. Absolutely. So yeah, I don't know what the plan is there. I wonder if we'll just see loads more of that sort of work in connections going together during the break for the World Cup. Just not sure. I'm not sure what they've got planned, for that break in the World Cup. I'd love to know. If anybody does know, I sometimes do get some nice info from guys that know a bit of inside info, and I really appreciate it. If anybody knows what they're what they've got planned during the World Cup instead of doing the roof, be very grateful. So yeah, good spot, Safir. You're definitely right. They've started connecting that. Let's move on. Kevin Purcell, another great video, Nick. As you say, the roof and corners are coming on great. One question for you: will parking on Stanley Park be affected anyway due to the build, taking into consideration where the Anfield Road will now run? Parking on Stanley Park be affected in any way due to the build, taking into consideration? No. Who was that? Kevin? No, Kevin. I only answer it. It's all opinion, as you know. I don't know for a fact, but if we just pan round, look, it's not. So you parking in Stanley Park, the car park's here, right, and the car park ends there. Always has done. Well, it has done before they started to work on the Anfield Road stand. So the entrance to the car park as well is down there. See where that car's just come in, the white car? There you go. That's the entrance. So no, absolutely absolutely not. It's not affecting it whatsoever, as you can see. The road, as we addressed last week, it only goes. It looks like anyway from the illustrations that the road only goes up to where the red fence is. So no, it's not. It will not affect that park, and it's in my opinion, it won't. It can't, because it doesn't go into the car park or road at all, the build. So it can't affect it, in my opinion. Anybody else's opinions though, if anybody knows something I don't, please do let us know, let Kevin know. Let's go on. We've got Tony Downs, nice one Mr. G, top Mr. G, why did I say Mr. D, MD, Mr. Drone, getting carried away with myself there. Top lad. Question for you: any idea if the front span will be covered in roofing material or be clear transparent like the main stand? Ross has replied. Ross, by the way, thanks for all your comments too. You seem to know quite a lot, because you give a lot of answers, so I appreciate that. And Ross has put, it's clear like the main stand. So where he's referring to here, Tony's referring to the front spans. So you see, we're looking at the main stand, sorry. If we look at the main stand roof, the back bit of it is like completely covered in that white, I don't know what is it white cladding or what, but then the front of it is this clear material. So Ross has said that it's going to be exactly the same, and I can imagine it will be the same. Might look a bit odd if there's not a difference, but yeah, from the illustrations that I've seen, it looks to match up with the main stand completely. So I think as well, one of the reasons they do that, well, when I say I think, it's just what I've been told, Tony, but the reason for that is to do with the light, is so they're not blocking out much light, or they're blocking out is as little as possible, because those clear bits on the front spans help with the light getting to the pitch, I think. So yeah, I agree with Ross. Ross has said it's clear like the main stand, and yeah, I think myself it will be. Like I said, the illustrations show that they match up, that this Anfield Road Stand matches up to the main stand. So yeah, I tell you what, I'll share an illustration now of exactly what I mean. So yeah, there you go. It looks like they match up perfectly, and it'll be just like the main stand, Tony. Okay, Marco Bear. This is a big one. A question for the weekend video. Firstly, thanks for the great videos and all your hard work. No problem, Marco. Thanks a lot. Now the Anfield Road end is taking shape. I'm noticing that it doesn't appear to be making the Kop and the Sir Kenny Dalglish stands look out of place or dwarfed like a lot of people, including myself, were fearing. Seems to be blending into the rest of the stadium. Is this just the drone footage creating an illusion, or when you are actually stood there, is the stadium looking in proportion? I've not been able to get to visit Anfield since work began. I would love to know. Keep up the great work. Okay, Marco, so you're just kind of asking my opinion. If it's tough to say, because Marco, I stand here, there I am in the white, so I don't always start on the grass. I just take a walk around, but I'm always round the back of the, there you see I'm waving there, I'm always at the back of the Anfield Road Stand, but if you're asking my opinion, it doesn't feel to me, I have walked around it a few times when I've done a couple of other videos, like when I've done the video having a look at all the wall murals and everything. Sorry, I can't speak today. And there was nothing that made me think then when I was walking around that the other stands were tiny or being dwarfed. No, there wasn't. Is my honest answer. It doesn't feel like that. I think when you go round by the cop anyway, when you get down that side, there's a lot going on down there. Let me bring the drone round. I'm just conscious of moving the drone today, guys, sorry, because the wind, and what it does, it will use its battery fighting against the wind. Anyway, if I get round here and have a look from, we'll have a look from here, just hold it there. Okay, the main stand is huge. So if you look from that angle, I suppose it does in a way make the cop look small, but it's funny when you're actually round there, the cop feels quite big from the outside. It's like, say, it's got a lot going on the front, and that's so. No, it doesn't. In my opinion, it doesn't. From the outside, it doesn't make it feel like the other stands are tiny. Marco, it's my honest opinion. I haven't been in, so I couldn't tell you from inside, but from the outside, no, it doesn't. And they've made it. I think they've made it match quite well. But yeah, there you go. Jeff CYHO, Jeff Chow, I'm not sure, but anyway, great video. Can you take a high up bird's eye view of the whole stadium? I'd like to gauge how deep the Anfield Road Stand is, if that can be possible. Be replicated for future SKD redevelopments. Thanks once again. No, mate, Jeff, I'm only allowed up to 120 metres when I fly here, when you fly anywhere really, but I'm only allowed up to 120 metres, and 120 metres I know for a fact will not allow me to take a complete overhead bird's eye view of the entire stand, because I'll tell you what, I'll go up to 120 metres now. There you go, 120 metres, and that's what I fit in. So I'd need to take this kind of shot you're talking about, it would need to be really high. I'm going to take it down because the wind messes with it. So sorry, Jeff, it just can't be done with the drones, like I say, because it's you'd have to get really high to take a complete overhead of the entire stand, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got Rosario Oliver. Thanks, Nick, for another great video all the way from Cape Town in South Africa. Wow, Rosario, thanks for watching all the way from Cape Town. I hope it's good over there, and I hope it's warmer than it is here right now, because I'm cold. My question for the weekend video is to see the back of the main stand. Oh, that's Andy, look where I am. As I am inquisitive as to what is there, as it seems it will be the same for the new Annie Road end stand. Really want to know how they're going to fill that space in once it's completed. Thanks. Okay, like I said, that is Andy, so we're right here. So I think, do you mean Rosario in here? Let me go a bit closer. I'm 73 metres up, so I'll come down. Do you mean in there? So it looks like they kind of use that space well for I don't know whether, that's all the, I don't know, is it air conditioning, pipe works, cabling, whatever, but it looks, maybe generators, I don't know, but it does look like they use it well. I keep turning round and facing the other way and then losing my signal, being stupid. But yeah, Rosario, I think it'll look exactly like that, with, sorry, I'm coming up because I'm losing signal. I think it'll look exactly like that, with just a lot of like, I don't know what you'd call it, just cabling and pipe work and stuff. But in my opinion, I think that's a good use of the space. To be honest, Rosario, right, my drone is running out of battery. It's because of this flipping wind. So what have I got? I've got just another two. Thank you for Dean Formby. Thanks for your great work. Loving the updates. Could you take a closer look at the front of the hospitality? It looks like the window frame's going in, and also what is on the roof straight above. It looks like some kind of sheeting. Thanks. Right, I'm gonna bring it round. It's telling me my battery's low, so just let me get round here, guys. I need to find where the drone is, get lower and get it back to me, because it's going to try to land soon. We don't want that, do we? It's right above me. There we go. So it can land if it wants, but it's right above me. Okay, so you're saying it looks like there's... Right, I'll leave it there because... See, it looks like there's windows being fitted. See what you mean? It looks like UPVC frames or something there, doesn't it? I'm not sure if it is, by the way, but it looks like that. You can hear that wants to land now. So Dean, yeah, it does look like that. And when you say what's on the roof straight above, it looks like some kind of sheeting. Do you mean the blue type sheeting, or... Sorry, that's when this relatively quickly. It's because of, like I say, it's because of the wind. Do you mean the blue sheeting that they put on, like the netting, or... Right, let me start bringing it down. Zoom into... Yeah, I see what you mean when you say the hospitality bit there. It does look different to the rest, doesn't it? Like they have put like framing for windows in or something like that. I'm bringing it down. I have got another question that I will address. So guys, let me bring this down, and I'll finish off. We'll switch to me right now. Right, okay, there you go. So sorry about that. I had to cut early, bring the drone down early. Like I say, it's just because it's windy up there, so it burns the battery a lot quicker. It was a pain. I only had one more question, which was from Sam White, who says, now with the old roof still to be removed next year, is there any idea how it will be done? No. Not at the moment, Sam. However, I don't know why they change what their plan was already. I think the reason why they've put it back, or one of the reasons, should I say, why they've put it back from doing it during the World Cup break to the end of the season, is that is that they possibly just wouldn't have had time, because let's remember they're taking the old one down and putting it on the pitch, taking it down onto the pitch. They're putting protective covering on the pitch and bringing it down onto the pitch to then take out of the stadium, because they've obviously got everything else in the way to be able to try and lift it out or whatever. So yeah, I tell you what, here's some pictures of when they done the main stand, and here's an idea of like the mess it made and that of the main stand. Okay, so there you're seeing there was a couple of images on now, showing that the mess it makes when they're taking that, when they took the roof off of the main stand, and they can, with trying to do it during the World Cup break, they had a month and a half to get it done, basically before they were due to play again on the 31st of December. No way, I think, would they... I said this for a long time. It shocked me that they were planning that, because I felt like they didn't have enough time. They would have been really careful taking it down, because you've seen the mess on the main stand when they were doing it, but they were just dropping the roof in, obviously destroying a lot of the seats and that. They wouldn't be able to do that with the Anfield Road Stand if they were doing it during the World Cup, because they'd have to do it carefully, so not to cause any damage to any seats and that. So I think now that they've chose to do it at the end of the season and the season break, it gives them a lot more time. So I think to answer your question, the reason why I've gone off on that, so to answer your question, sorry, who was it? Just trying to go back to my questions here. It's what happens when you're trying to do it live as you're talking. Sam, to answer your question, Sam, I think they'll do it exactly the same way. I just think they're giving themselves a lot more time and a lot more freedom to, you know, if there's any like damages to seats or whatever, maybe they'll just say, forget the seats, we'll replace them, and let's just do it like they've done the main stand and just destroy it and rip it out. I think it's got to be the same way onto the pitch because they've built round it already. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think I haven't heard they're doing it any other way, so there you go. Guys, I'll end that there because I've no idea how long this video's gone on for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I won't recap on what we talked about because that'll take me ages. I don't know if you watch all my videos, you'll have seen a few weeks ago now I said that I was going to keep these weekend ones to like 4 questions or comments, and I just ended up getting loads a day. I didn't want to leave any of them out, so I've ended up with more, and it's gone on longer. It drained my drone battery, but there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Any questions, comments or anything, please leave down below. Excuse me. Please like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe, everybody. Only about 30% of people that watch my videos actually subscribe, so please subscribe. If you would like to buy me a beer, you can do so using this link, only if you would like to. No pressure or anything like that. For any branded clothing like this or this, go to Design and Stitch Morton, their website down below. But guys, other than that, please keep watching, please keep liking, please keep subscribing and commenting, and I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will be over here midweek. Take care, bye now.